Welcome to NeedleXChange, the stories behind the stitches. I'm Jamie Chalmers, aka Mr. X Stitch, and today I'm interviewing Charlie Reeder, aka Stitchsperation. In this second part of our NeedleXChange, we go properly philosophical. We talk art versus craft versus design, and why people get strangely snobby about the medium when it's the idea that matters. We talk influences, mentors, finding your boundaries as a designer, and what happens when your mojo disappears and then comes roaring back. As it's the second part of our conversation, we have Charlie's cultural touch points as well, and we end up with a secret fact that may make you love this lass even more. I've said enough. Leave us a review or a quick rating on your podcasting platform, as it genuinely helps other people find the show, and I will be back next week with another person from the world of needlecraft. So until then, take care, enjoy the show. One of the lovely things that you said earlier is about how ideas pop into your head. And it's arguable that that is the artistic impulse. You know, I've spoken to plenty of people now about this sort of thing, and you get your creative inspiration where you get it. And if you're lucky, you pay attention to it and you gather it down. Apparently someone said it's like walking through fog. I don't know what that analogy was about. Absolute gibberish. But, you know, you get an idea in your head. And then again, for me, it was like, I'm not trying to turn the idea that I've got in my head into something lofty and aloof. I want to turn it into something that can be consumed by lots of people. In the same way, as you're saying with your designs, you want people to be able to engage with those. Like if it's a nice chair, you want people to sit on the chairs. You make a nice product, you want people to be able to do it. So you have an artistic impulse, but rather than go, and this is what my take on the world is, you go, and this is me making something for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the words, apparently. The having, you know, I did this because I felt like it was something that's evocative of blah, 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 blah. That, like, to me, that's like, I just can't do that. So for me, it's like I want to answer a question or give something. I think that for me, that's the difference with art and design. It's the design is creating something for a space, for something. Oh, why can't I think of the words today?
Are there it's all good, don't worry. Are there designers that you admire? And I don't necessarily mean cross-stitch designers. Are there certain aesthetics that you admire? Are there things like, do you know it when you see it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of, like, everything. I really like that. Like, simple. I mean, my stuff is simple, like simple, clean lines, bright colors. If it's got black and white in there, or if it's a CMYK something, like, then obviously I'm in there. Actual people's names. You want me to?
I couldn't. No, I don't know. Honestly, I go mid-century. I like mustard. Like, you know.
Yeah, like, I like lots of things. I went to the RWA, the Royal West of England Academy, the other day in Bristol, which art gallery, and they've got their kind of open show on right now. And the things I loved in there were a big black smooshy canvas, and then they're one of the things that I was obsessed with, and I can't remember her name, which is really annoying. She won your needlework prize, stitching. I didn't realize till after I went in, and I was like, I looked around the whole gallery and I was like, if I could take any of these home, what would I take? And one of my favorites, and she does the embroidery on big perspex.
Oh, Katerina, with the geometry. Yeah, I'm needle exchanging with her soon. Holy crap! Yeah, honestly, yeah, nice.
Like, yeah, amazing. And I was like, I want that when I make my millions. That's.
I mean, you're kind of canny. You could probably drill some holes in some perspex and do it yourself.
I probably could, but
yeah,
it wouldn't. Like, she's just got she's got something that is just stunning. And I like a lot of street artists. I love walking around Bristol and just like taking pictures of random things. But in our world, someone who I am obsessed with who is the nicest person and is just a powerhouse, is Emma, Maker's Mark.
Shout out to Emma.
Emma.
She knows we're talking about her.
Yeah, hope her ears are burning. But yeah, like she's, I don't know how she does it, but she's just, everything she touches just turns into something amazing. So I'm like, can you touch me, please? Because I want some of that.
The thing I like about Emma, though, is she's very giving. Like I was going to say this to you before, just about, you know, if you're wanting to get back into the game, like I was just to have a chat with her because she's such like a mentor. I don't think we have. I was going to say Yoda is not the right analogy here. She's just like a brilliant big sister who's been around and will really help everybody. She's always up for that.
And we had a call a few weeks back, and she's like, I definitely think that.
They say she's nearly as good as me. They don't say that. She's so much better than me, honestly. Yeah.
But she is. You say the mentor. Like, we had a chat, and then suddenly I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. And that was definitely a turning moment in my losing my mojo, starting to get it back, and like working on stuff again. And she's like, these are my suppliers. These, do that, you know. And she is the nicest person, and also is talented, you know.
Omni threat.
If you didn't love her, you know.
Super annoying. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool. Do you find, or have you found that you're like, I find my taste change, and it's interesting to discover things I didn't realize I'd like. Like, I really like brutalist architecture. I went down to London and was taking pictures of just weird concrete sculpture building things that have been going on and stuff like that. But then also, like, I went to the British Ceramics Biennial because that's in Stoke-on-Trent, which is near us, and they had a room that was called Fresh, and it was all new talent, and there was about 30 different artists in there. I saw about 8 different things in the space of half an hour where I was just like, oh my God, like really awesome new things or whatever, and that's super nice. And it's just, then those things kind of stick with you. And I wonder if that happens with you. And I recognize that your aesthetic has evolved over time. And I wonder if you can feel it evolving, or how much you give yourself permission to maybe go take a proper left turn with the ideas you're having, or any of that.
It definitely has evolved, I think. But I do think the things that I like, I don't think they've changed since I was a teenager, which is it's a funny thing. It's like, I bought a place on my own like 2 years ago, and when I was a teenager, I really wanted a flat where everything was white, and then I had like bright pops of color. I now have a flat that's all white with bright pops of color over it, and I'm kind of allowing my inner child, or whatever you want to call it, but I'm giving her all the things that she really wanted when she was a grown-up. I have a secret door. I have it's cool. It's really fun to just let yourself, you know, it's like I own a house now. I can do what I want with it within reason.
Where does the secret door go to?
My kitchen. Secret slidey door behind a mirror. And then,
nice.
It's pretty cool. But it's that I look back and I'm like I think I said, maybe, I can't remember if it was during us on the podcast or before, but if anyone saw my flat, they would know it was me. Like, it's like, I think with my designs, they're unmistakably me. I remember being on some random TV show years ago, like in the early Stitchsperation days, and they were just showing various like embroidery and cross stitch things. There was one of my pictures of my kits, just hand holding a snap frame up. My phone just went off and I was like, what? I wasn't watching it. I didn't. And people were like, you're on the telly. Didn't say my name, didn't credit me, but people knew it. People who knew me knew it was me. And I think, so I don't think that I'm, I don't know, never say never. I don't think I will ever go too far from that, because it literally, that is who I am. I am bright colors, black and white, like that. Like, I feel like my bones are probably like got neon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you've got coral coloured blood somehow.
Yeah. So, but it's so I definitely it is evolving. It does evolve, but it's also like, I love the fact that I have my color palette and I don't go outside of that. Like, I mean, it's definitely easier when you're doing your wool and your floss order, because you only have, but I like that part of the branding, that it's like that's my boundary. So if I can do stuff within that and keep changing it and keep it, still feels like me, it still feels like my thing.
It's very congruent. You are, yeah, there's not a lot of layers between you and your artistic output as a designer. It's very true to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I like that, because you do get some designers who can play to the masses. You know, there's some fantastic designers like Maria Diaz, Lucy Heaton, all of these people who can pretty much design anything you want, such as the skill of their craft. And that was what I always enjoyed about the magazine, was we could give them a chance to just go and run and do all kinds of daft things, space hoppers, femme fatales, all that sort of stuff. You can't do that. I don't think if I said to you, Charlie, I need a teddy bear who's getting into an igloo, you just go, no. It's just not going to happen.
I feel like it's just not on brand. Sorry, which is that, and that, but that's the thing, and it's, I think, learning to know what your boundaries are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, because I would get people emailing me going, "Oh, can you? I need a custom chart," and I'm like, "Yes, I will do you a custom chart, but within what I do, like, because there are so many people who will do you a teddy bear getting out of an igloo, like that, they can do that very well. If I try to do that, it's not, because it's not what I do, and it doesn't excite me. And I'm definitely at a point now where it's like I just want to do things that I enjoy, because I think that also comes across. If you love what you do, that pulls people in anyway.
Yeah,
so
it's very true. Excuse me, have you got any exciting projects on the horizon? Have you got any? I mean, because I feel like, as someone who would be a commercial designer, as in someone who's designing for a living, you're then bound to the laws of time and space, which means that about the start of August is when you start pretty much nailing down your Christmas designs. I don't know if you do that, because I don't feel like you're very seasonally specific, but at the same time, ebbs and flows and all those sorts of things.
It's funny. I should be doing things like that. having all my Christmas stuff ready in the summer. That's not the way my brain works. I go, I think I started. I mean, I'm not working on any kind of specifically seasonal things, but I am aware that it's gifting season, and I need to have things that people might want to gift. And I'm in a pop-up shop this winter in Bristol, in one of the big shopping centres. So it's like things I need, the smaller priced items that people, can use as a stocking stuff. And being very aware of that has made me suddenly go, oh, well, I could do this and I could do that. And the last, I don't know, month, I think, suddenly Charlie catches up and remembers that this is coming and she needs to. So yeah, I'm always, I haven't had a kind of, I've mentioned earlier on, I haven't had my mojo for a really long time. I think good year and a half, maybe longer, where I didn't know if I could do it, if it was something that I was good at, or if I was creating from, I don't know, I was married, let's put that out there. I was married, I am now not. And I didn't know if the business and the being able to design was coming from, I don't know, a place that I was hiding. It was like I could focus on this so that I didn't have to think about anything else. And so then removing myself from that, I suddenly was like, whoa, hang on a minute. Can I do it if I'm not in a place where I'm not happy? Is it the sadness or the depression or whatever that is making me able to do this? And so it's only in the last couple of months that I'm like, actually, I think I'm okay. I think I can do it. And then I start being creative, and then it pushes me to, like, I'd start working on one thing, and then it opens up a whole other door, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's that thing that I could do there, and then but then I do that, and it is that whole, the more creative you are, you don't use up creativity, like the more you use it, the more you have. And that, I feel, in the last couple of months has been absolutely true for me. I now have too many projects and too many things coming up.
That's awesome.
or that I want to come up, that I, and going back to talking to Emma, like looking into like needlepoint designs as well as cross stitch, but then that I can't think about that too much because it gets overwhelming, and then I get overwhelmed and then I shut down and go, no, I can't do any of it.
Yeah. You know Hannah Bass, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always think you and her ought to be good stablemates as well, because you're pretty similar people.
I think I've only actually met her like maybe once or twice in real life. Never actually spent any time with her, but her new design I'm obsessed with. So yeah, I'm.
You just both always had like strong aesthetics, interesting ideas. You're both really nice people. I see a lot of similarities in the two of you, if I'm allowed to say that. Yeah.
I'll take that.
I would take that. What was I going to say? No, I think that's fantastic, and I think it's really nice that you've been able to. I mean, time heals all wounds, and sometimes there is just not the opportunity to do it. I said the same with this creative project of mine. It was like I had this gap where to be honest, it's like the inverse of this. But there was a window where my old dog died in the March, and we got a puppy in the July. And between that time, I had like bandwidth to be creative. Now it's all gone away again because I've got a dog and 2 children and blah, 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 blah. But, there are times, aren't there? You get to a point when you can allow yourself to do this. What's going to be fascinating then is if I talk to you in 12 months' time and you've been running this race now, but it's now the version 2, where you're going to be at, what you're going to be doing and all that sort of thing. Because, you are a kick-ass designer, and you are, like I say, it's joyful. Your stuff's always joyful, and I think if you're feeling more joyful, then it's probably going to be quite annoyingly joyful in the end. Like,
oh no, I don't want to be annoying.
Joyful cubed, you'll be like this massive like multiplier effect or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that just sounds like I'm just going to be a big idiot.
No, but that's the problem is you're not Timmy Mallet. I mean, he probably is weathered quite well in some respect. There's people who deserve to be that. I'm sometimes a bit like that. Like I have this impulse, which I've definitely got from my mum, which is to sort of make people smile a bit. I was trying to park my car today. There's a spot in town where I like to park my car, and somebody had slightly parked in it, so I couldn't quite fit my car in. And so I got out and I just asked him to move a little bit so I could move my car. And then I turned the car off and I went out and I just got this idea in my head. And so I had to go around to him and go, thanks. Do you know what? That was your good deed for the day. So you could be a bit of a miserable so-and-so for the rest of the day. And it made him smile and I wandered off. And at the same time, I was just like, oh, fuck, what is that? But it's that sort of impulse of just like trying to cheer people up or something, You do that in a different strata.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad.
My children are so going to cringe at me. They kind of cringe at me now. Flora's got this thing. She told me, we watched bedtime stories, CBeebies bedtime stories, right? You probably don't know about them, but basically it's celebrities reading bedtime stories to children. And it's become a kind of thing, like Billie Eilish has done it. Tom Hardy was the first person to do a bunch of them and take it kind of seriously.
I'm aware of it because of the Tom Hardy.
Yeah. But loads of people have done them, and it's really nice because sometimes you get a really good story, like Rob Delaney did loads that were really nice. There's just sometimes it really works. And there's one, the Radio 2 presenters did it, and Vernon Kay did one. And at the end, right, so what happens is Flora told us that us saying this particular phrase drives her nuts, and she's told it to me and she's told it to Annie. So whenever we're a little bit bored now, if we're sitting in the car, if we're walking somewhere, we just go, Flora, don't let anybody tell you no. Just focus on your dreams and go. And she punches me in the arm because she absolutely hates it, but she knows she made the mistake of telling us. So even Annie will do it now. Like if I don't get to finish it because Flora's trying to leather me, then Annie will just finish it and like run off in the distance or something. It's just, but it's that sort of thing. It's just like trying to just, I don't know. I like to cheer people up, and I think you're similar.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would say, yeah, because life's too short. There's too much shit going on in the world. Like you gotta grab your joy where you
You got to get some Stitchsperation in your life.
Absolutely.
Amen to that. Right. And we're going to do tough questions now, but ones that you've had time to prepare for.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't. Okay, yeah.
Good job, Charles. Let's talk about, have you got a favourite book?
I have books. Favourite book.
Dear listener, just know that Charlie hasn't had a chance to read a lot for a long time, and for some reason, she's got reasons. Reading is a challenge. It's all fine. It's all legit.
Now people think I'm illiterate, just like you just.
Yeah, true.
I two books. I think I mentioned one of them already. Big Magic was a really good one. I need to read both of these. I need to read or listen to again. I just really like the concept of the way she talks about ideas and how they flow and things. And then the other one is Everything is Figure-Outable by Marie Forleo.
Oh, okay. I know of her. She's on the internet.
Yeah, she is on the internet. She's like, I followed her for like years and years and years. And then, yeah, I was listening. I remember being on a treadmill listening to this book, and I had to stop because it triggered something in me, which I think is also another thing that ended up with me being divorced. It was that I couldn't get past, a feeling that I was having, and I knew it was because I was kind of suppressing the fact that I wasn't where I wanted to be and I wasn't happy. And so now I feel like I should probably go back and read stroke listen, just to go, okay, well, I've jumped that hurdle. That was figure-outable. But it is that, like, everything is figure-outable. Whatever the problem, there is a way to, get round it, over it, through it.
And the funny thing is if you were to go back and listen to it again, it would be interesting to reach the point where whatever it was triggered you and go past that, but then see if something else comes up.
Yeah, and see what the next hurdle is on this journey. But yeah, they're like both. Yeah, very cool.
And Big Magic's non-fiction kind of as well, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Right.
I'm not a big fiction person. Partly because, again, with reading, I have had so much brain fog over the years. Yeah, like I said earlier on, I'd start reading a page, and by the bottom of the page, I'd forgotten what happened at the top. So it just felt frustrating and not fun. But also, I found it hard to find fiction that I wanted to get into. I mean, now everyone's talking about all this kind of smutty fairy stuff. I might try that.
Sarah J. Maas is a millionaire. She's the one, apparently.
But it's but I think I've always been, like, most of the books on my bookshelf, I buy a lot of books. I don't always read them all, but it's all non-fiction. There's a lot of astrology, there's a lot of crystals. letting my hippie show. But yeah,
I think I've probably mentioned this a few times now, but there's a book called Meditation for Mortals by a guy called Oliver Burkeman. It's not about meditation. It's about the fact that he wrote another book called 4,000 Weeks that's about how long we live, and it's about our finitude, and it's about the fact that we'll never do everything we could do, and what we do will never be as good as it could probably be, and all of that sort of stuff, and our fears will never be as bad as we think they're going to be. And it's just lovely. It's just loads of little meditations on things, just whether it's worth being upset about problems on the other side of the world that you have no agency over, and whether, as bad as they may be, it makes more sense to deal with what's in front of you. And just loads of little meditations. I think you'd really like it because she's kind of tunes in with those sorts of things.
That does sound like something I would be down with.
It's my most gifted book, and by that I've given it to 2 people. I'm not very good at gifting books, but nonetheless, my other most gifted book, weirdly, is the first graphic novel of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur by Marvel Comics, which I've given to quite a few young children. I say young children, like...
Get them started.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, films.
I can't have one.
You don't have to. This is what I realise now.
That's impossible.
Just hit me with your best shots.
But my all-time favourite film is Singing in the Rain.
Ah, you big softie.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It's such a good film. I've watched it a bajillion times. I can always watch it. It's just...
Do you know what? Right. I've never watched it. I've seen the bit. What's the rest of the film about?
Oh, no. There's so much more to it than that.
What's the actual story?
Now I'm going to forget what the story is of my favourite film. It's about making movies. And, God, don't ask me to tell the thing, because then... I'll get it wrong.
Okay. But it's not about a man singing in the rain.
I mean, there is one tiny part of it. There is a man singing in the rain. But the rest of it is about, movies and the underdog. And there's lots of awesome singing and dancing in it, which I love.
I might have to give it a go. I always like that.
Give it a go. It's Yeah, it's not literally like 2 hours of a man singing in the rain, because that would be dull.
I just finished reading Catcher in the Rye, which I'd never read. It turns out that's not about someone catching something in a field full of rye. It's not. No. I was like, what's that all about? It's a weird book. It's kind of good, but yeah, that's good. Any other? What was the last good film you saw?
Oh God, the last good film I saw. I've watched a lot of bad films recently.
What was the last bad film you saw?
I don't even know. Mind is blank. What did I really like? Why can I not think of things when people ask me questions?
It's okay.
There's
a nice film.
Yeah, no.
There's a nice film called The Ballad of Wallace Island.
Oh, I really want to see that. That is on my list of things to see.
That was quite nice. I can't name the people that were in it, but it is quite sweet. It doesn't necessarily end out the way you think it's going to end out or whatever, but
yeah,
that was quite nice. And then what was the other one? The Banshees of Iniskelin, I think it's called. That's got Colin Farrell and the other Irish fella in it. But it's about two best friends on a small island who fall out one day, and it all spirals out. And it's just brilliant, because it's just a real small film with about 3 or 4 or 5 people in it. And just one day, they've been best friends their whole lives. And then one day they fall out over a thing, and it just goes from there. That's a good crack.
Okay.
I feel like that would be in your kind of wheelhouse.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of TV shows.
Go on recently.
Then. Like The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm. Very satisfying.
I mean, Pedro. I just finished was it The Day of the Jackal? The TV show? The TV series with Eddie Redmayne? That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I get into kind of ruts, and I'll watch something, and then I'll end up watching trash. Like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, or
Married at First Sight.
No, but I'm not. I guess the Mormon Wives. I think I watched about 3 episodes, and I was like, I can't. Just the only reality one that I have been sucked into over the years is Selling Sunset.
Okay,
but that's just because the houses are amazing, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with all the fancy houses that I would never see.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the outfits, and then there's the drama that happens in between.
Have you ever watched Schitt's Creek?
No, I'm not sure if like everyone loves it. Everyone
it's lovely.
Okay.
It's not like the first couple of episodes you're like, what is this crap? By about the 3rd series, you're just openly crying at virtually every single episode. It's so nice. I'd give you that as well if you can get it.
Okay, yeah. I'll take that one.
That's a good one. Okay, music. Favorite bands, favorite albums. What can you listen to now?
I listen to anything and everything, pretty much, unless it's terrible. But no, oh God, I listen to things that I've been listening to since I was a teenager that I still listen to.
Mm-hmm. What kind of teenager were you? Were you a bit emo? Were you a bit...
No, I was a bit like drum and bassy, beaty, jazzy.
Hello.
Hello.
Bit of Ronnie Size, bit of Galliano.
Well, he's from Bristol, isn't he? Ronnie Size. So, one of my albums, I think, that I still listen to now, and I talk to people about, when I like something, I will listen to it over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And people go, yeah, I do that until I hate it. And I'm like, no. But I never end up hating it, or very rarely. So there's, I think I gave you a track from this for one of the magazines. They're called 4 Hero.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 2 pages. It's the album. That's probably one that I could listen to forever.
They do some really good songs that suddenly make your heart lift a little bit, and you don't really know, like some of the chord structures or whatever it is, and then amongst the music, just beautiful.
And I don't even know his name. Jake, I don't know what he's called. But it's the guy who does piano stuff, and the song that I've been listening to a lot is called Golden Hour. It's really pretty, and it's got that kind of uplifting. I don't know. That's a good one. But yeah, but then I'm gonna say it, and I don't care who judges me. I have been listening to Taylor Swift, because
Tay.
If you're not in, then But no, I like that album.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm a bit more Chapel Roan myself. To be honest, me and Pink Pony Club, we got a thing. To be honest, because of
not surprised.
Because of the age of my children, I'm very much overwhelmed by K-pop Demon Hunters at the moment.
Oh, well, that also.
I mean, it's a very well-produced entire thing, you know. But I do, they're like real earworms at the minute. And then if I don't think about it, the girls will suddenly start singing it. And I'm like, my little soda pop in the car every bloody day, all the time or whatever. So that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we should definitely trade tunes. I was listening to Hospital Records, and I had this album called Weapons of Mass Creation, I think it's called, or something like that. And there was one tune on. It's like a fairly early on compilation from them. And there's one tune on there I've been putting that on quite a lot of repeat. I'll ping it to you later. Get a bit of a rave on. Right. Final question. And judging by this, I'm going to edit out the 5-minute pause while you think about this one. Is there?
Thanks so much.
Is there an interesting fact that not a lot of people know about Charlie Stitchsperation?
Yes.
Go on then.
There is. Well, I think people who know me outside of Stitchsperation know, some do, but my happy place is obviously cross stitch, as we know, or stitching in general. My other happy place is at the pole dancing studio.
Hello. Do tell more.
Do tell. Yeah, I have always wanted to pole dance, or I've always been mesmerized by it. I think it is an incredible art form, and when I moved back to Bristol, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to actually try this. I'm probably going to hate it, or not being able to do it or whatever. But I was like, I'm going to do it. So last summer, I put my big girl pants on, went to a pole dancing class, and it's literally become my life. I'm obsessed. It's my happy place. It's my So I
So what's the deal? Like, there's a pole, and then you sort of cling onto it and spin round. Imagine honestly, because obviously I'm aware of it, but what's the deal?
So you go and you have different levels. So it's, you start with a beginner, you go to pre-intermediate, then intermediate, then upper intermediate, and it's as the tricks and the things that you do get harder. But yeah, you go to a class, you do a warm up. It's like going to any kind of fitness class. You're all there, you warm up, and then you do conditioning. So you'll do a few conditioning moves that help literally condition your muscles to then do the tricks. And then you learn a combo, like a little choreographed, they put some moves together and you do it and you try not to fall on your head.
Is it one of those things a bit like when you, I don't know, say ballet or gymnastics and stuff that looks fairly effortless but requires remarkable strength? Is it like...
Holy shit. Mm-hmm. It is really hard. Like, you see people doing it and you go, oh, okay, yeah. It's tough. The amount of... People go, oh yeah, you need a lot of core strength or a lot of leg, and like, you need a lot of everything strength. My arms, my shoulders, my back... I did ballet as a kid, and I was, I've got strong legs already, but my upper body is just meh. Couldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like...
I mean, you are beastly.
Like,
yeah,
hulking out.
Yeah.
but like, I can do pull-ups now. Couldn't do pull-ups before. Couldn't even consider doing pull-ups. I can literally climb a pole from the floor to the top. Well, not without my legs too, but like there are... there is something about the physical aspect. So it's like doing a hardcore, I guess, weights workout and cardio, I guess. There's the community aspect. Like, I've made loads of friends. It's a really inclusive, lovely space where everyone supports everyone. The number of times I've nailed something and then just heard everyone stopped and clapping because everyone is there for you. Everyone is supportive of everyone. There's no like bitchiness, or it is lovely sense of achievement. Like, it's that when you nail something, that like pride and like, wow, I did that. I couldn't do that before and now I can. And like, there were so many, it just ticks so many kind of life boxes. I think I had an injury, but I didn't do it for 6 months, and the and I also couldn't stitch
Hmm.
because I hurt my wrists. And so not being able to stitch, not being able to go to the pole studio, it made me realize how important both the creativity of my stitching and this physical and everything else outlet, how important they are. So yeah, it's
That's. I mean, that must have sucked. What did you do when you couldn't do others?
what did I do? Sat at home feeling miserable. Got really depressed for a while. Like no, I had to, you know, I went out walking and I just had to do something, but nothing was hitting that like the like in the sense of achievement, the seeing people and I just moved back to a city where I don't really know that many people anymore. So it was a tough minute.
I like the way you get your mindfulness in quite extremely opposite directions.
Well, that's why I thought it would be my thing to share, because it's like, what are my two favorite things? Cross stitch and pole dancing. Like,
yes, ladies and gentlemen, they can't be done at the same time. Just gonna. I mean, maybe they can.
I reckon they might be able to
do that at the knitting and stitching show. You're going to get some orders.
Trash the computer. Yeah,
we'll workshop that idea offline.
Kirsty with her extreme cross stitch, you know, she's done cross stitch in all sorts of crazy places. So
that's true. I wouldn't put it past her. I know she listens as well. Kirsty, stretch first. That's all I'm saying, girl.
Yeah.
Charlie, thank you for having a needle exchange.
Thank you.